Is sponsored by Cetone and the Gauntlet crew. Follow them on Twitter at GauntletSC2. I'm Bobby Awesome. With me is Element. Guys, we're going to be heading into the next series right away. HuK versus Kelazhur. But we have a couple videos to show you right away. I believe a HuK video and a Kelazhur video coming right up. So guys, thanks for joining us. And yeah, we have a lot of StarCraft ahead of us. So yeah, it'll be pretty exciting. I think we have the video come up right now. Assured. Yet many these days seem to forget that he also competed for much of his career in the world's hardest esports league. Since the very beginning of StarCraft 2, HuK has been at or very near to the top of the SC2 echelon. As one of the most successful foreigners to ever play the game, HuK has forged himself a set of accomplishments most of the foreign scene could only ever hope to achieve. With championships in 2 MLGs, a Shoutcraft, and DreamHack, including multiple top 4 finishes in premier level events, his place in SC2 history is assured. Yet many these days seem to forget that he also competed for much of his career in the world's hardest esports league, the GSL, where he became one of the most successful foreigners to try their hand versus the Koreans. HuK has been showing high-level play in recent events with a gateway-heavy style that is a trademark of this evil genius. With HuK, the best may be yet to come. No stranger to the Gauntlet event series, Kelazhur is back, representing Brazil and Root Gaming, as he tries to make his way to the top of the foreigner scene. Widely considered one of the best foreign Terrans in Heart of the Swarm, Kelazhur truly only entered his prime in the final year of the aforementioned expansion. Now with Legacy of the Void, the game is new and vastly different. Will this previous Gauntlet champion rise again to the challenge? Alright guys, we are into the game right now, guys. HuK versus Kelazhur, coming right up in the Gauntlet Super Test Tuesday. Alright guys, to the bottom right hand side of the map we have the yellow Protoss, or is that orange? Whatever. Protoss, it is HuK!
Alright, look like a sneaky probe doing stuff. Maybe just checking out for what's on the side. And in the top, I'll call it the top left, could be called the center. Not really, but it could be. We have Kelazhur. I don't know, maybe if you're going this way, who can say? Who can say?
Who can say? I'm not sure. Anyway, we got both guys getting expansion. Actually, HuK taking that forward gold base. I actually saw him do this the other day. Where was it? I think it was on ladder, perhaps? I don't know. I recently saw HuK do this.
I have seen him do this too, really recently. I don't remember exactly where it's from. Anyways, we'll do one small change. We're going to have the Structures tab on this time. Structures tab.
Oh, Structures tab
So you'll see the Structures. You won't see Production. As soon as the building's complete, of course, you'll see it pop up on the Structures tab. You'll know it is in play. We'll know it is in play. It's going to be a slight change for this round. Just to see if that's any different.
Yep.
Than nothing at all. So far, nothing too out of the ordinary. Just a Reaper harassing the front line. The depth there to push it back.
Well, more than anything, the Reaper knows what is up, and HuK is doing his, the gold first, which will give him a little bit of advantage here as he majored his workers over to the gold base. His income will skyrocket right now as that gold is fully saturated. He has that Adept on patrol, actually on both, to eliminate any two, I guess, Adepts.
There will be no
any
shenanigans coming.
Yeah, no shenanigans from Reapers coming his way, as we do see a lot of 3-Rax Reaper out there, but not the case here by the looks of it, as looks like Kelazhur is powering up as we speak. He's a pretty powerful macro Terran, I gotta say, and HuK has his work cut out for him.
He does indeed, you are correct. Master Core out. Again, the small change to it is the energy. A lot more energy needed for Photon Overcharge on a single pylon. Does a little bit more damage. Lasts a little bit longer, but not like having two Photon pylons shooting.
Yeah.
So, small trade-off there. Little Marine hit squad coming out. This will be interesting to see. New Adepts. 3 shots to kill a Marine now.
Ouch.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. That's pretty devastating for HuK, actually.
Yeah.
Did not want to do it.
Well, especially with this bad boy. 2 Marines. We're not the bad boys you were looking for.
Yeah. Oh my
that bad boy coming along in behind it.
Yeah, HuK is in actually a
HuK's
world
main is
of hurt
scanned.
here.
Everything's seen. There is actually a Stargate.
And he does have full overcharge available,
so we will
too.
be able to pick up. So we will be able to pick up units at his leisure. Wow, this thing can shoot. Oh my God, I did not. That's unfortunate.
Can't outrange it. Well, Phoenix is here going to pick it up.
Yeah.
HuK will try to force Kelazhur's forces back, and he will. He has just enough
Actually, he
units
looks like he's
here.
in a fairly good position. As long as he
Yeah.
Shoots this razor, comes down. It is dead. Huh. Keeps the gold alive. Worker count's probably fairly similar. Could
Yeah,
just check down
worker
here,
count
but,
is similar, and he didn't lose anything. Is the more importantly here, HuK.
Not only did he not lose anything, but he's going to take a third base.
Oh no, a third gold base. Again, this is something we have seen recently from HuK. Both of us can't, for the life of us, recall from where. But this is something I saw, and he did it to great effect as
I don't think HuK's ever had a third base. I don't believe HuK takes third base.
HuK loves third bases. What are you kidding? It's like in Legacy of the Void, this is his thing. I don't know if he two bases anymore, but HuK is a different man now, and you know he's coming to his prime here in Legacy of the Void. I think the best could very well be yet to come for this Evil Geniuses player. We have Blink, about a third of the way done for HuK. Oracle on the way too. For what we're not sure, we'll find out. What it's pretty late for an Oracle.
I think he wants to grant vision with the Oracle. You know.
Yeah.
Get a vision on all the units and then just blink up and down on this part right here. As soon as this gold's taken, which it will be taken. It will be taken eventually.
I'd imagine no third command center here for Kelazhur. This is a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he just
not only that,
powering
but
up the units.
For not having a third CC's production's fairly limited. This is not a lot of production. If you're not putting down that third CC. So maybe we'll see one on the way shortly. Maybe he'll just die to some type of follow-up attack by a HuK. Who can say?
Yeah, who can say indeed. We got a couple of Phoenix just keeping an eye on Kelazhur, keeping him honest. That is the name of the game. Information is part of the battle, but also just keeping tabs on your opponent's whereabouts, and particularly his army. See right there, HuK pokes in, sees what the army composition is and where they are. Third command center just goes down now for Kelazhur, and it looks like he may want to push out a little bit with his Marines as he's taking his third base. HuK, though, has his third base well underway. In fact, it is mining now.
Wow.
Nice scan.
Diego has the scans. Kelazhur has the scans lined up. He knows where to scan. He knows what's up.
Yeah, with the Oracle, I like the Oracle addition with the Stasis Ward. But yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate for HuK that it did get scanned because nonetheless, it still gets.
I thought Diego scanned.
Hell no, he did scan, but he guess he wasn't looking. Oh, and Blink is in play.
And you can't run
too.
away from this either. You can't run away. You cannot get away.
Oh, nice focus fire on the Phoenix though by Kelazhur. In fact, he almost gets the third or the second Phoenix down too.
Do it.
Oh, just. But excellent play out by
These
HuK.
poor guys. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a massacre.
Oh,
just wait.
geez.
Yep, put the Guardian Shield up.
Oh, immediately
Did anything
focuses down
die?
the sentry at least.
Oh yeah, he did get the sentry. You are correct.
But nonetheless, a lot of stalkers in play. HuK has a lot of money in the bank though. He's floating that thanks to those gold bases. Cannot spend that
There's going to
money
be a gate
fast enough.
explosion. There's going to have to be a gate explosion. In fact, it already looks like this. No, there's a couple gates at the front. Oh, double upgrades going. Wow, it's like macro in here? What is this?
I don't know. HuK's putting a pressure on the front door of Kelazhur. Again, forcing Kelazhur to keep building units and not focus on his own economy, as he is contained quite well. HuK is not committing to this attack, just keeping a couple units on that front step of Kelazhur, as he himself is, as Element mentioned, starting to tech up himself. Oh, we got a triple drop going down to the side of the map.
This could be a way to get back in.
This is one way.
We will see.
Yeah.
Odd that he didn't, like, throw something over here or have these guys doing
patrolling
a rally,
at least,
patrol,
yeah.
Something like that. But he'll see with this pylon. He has cannons at home. There's the Mothership Core, full energy. And it is near the home base, so.
But let's be real here. He does not have a lot of gateways. He has what, 5 in total? 5 in total gateways right now. Plus this 2 cannons. I don't know. That's gonna be pretty close here. We'll see how this plays out here as the drop is commencing inside the main base of HuK.
Gotta get that overcharge.
Yeah, the overcharge does go down.
These are powerful right now. They're powerful in a short amount of time, but they are powerful.
Yeah, they do quite a lot of damage. These zealots are sacrificed to the will of Kelazhur.
The cannon did die, so these mines are not revealed right now. And to my knowledge, he doesn't even have an observer building, I don't believe.
Yeah, it looks like he has no way of dealing with those mines at the present time. But he will eventually clean this up. Loses a couple more Phoenix. This is a pretty good attack, but again, no economic damage being done to HuK. Oh, the Mothership Core does go down.
Oh.
He has Blink Stalkers here, but there's quite a few Marauders with a medevac support.
Yeah.
And will evaporate these Stalkers quite fast.
He had to pull back from the front line, too, which means Kelazhur was able to take that third base unharassed, essentially.
Well, that paid off.
That
quite
drop
a
did
lot
way
better
more
than
damage
it
than it was worth.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that being said, it was 3 medevacs worth of units. That is quite the number. And HuK was caught unprepared. So overall, we got to consider also that HuK did not really take any economic damage whatsoever from that.
The scans. My God.
Huh.
Scan all the things.
Kelazhur just wants to know stuff, I guess. He's a seeker of knowledge and truth. and what he saw was everything.
Yeah, he saw the
Absolutely
entire
everything.
army.
Yeah.
Man, he saw no base here either, so...
Well, the base is going down now. Both players on 3 bases, but HuK is mined out from his natural gold base. Not sure of the status of his 3rd gold base. But
Mines and Ghosts are already in play, though, which is the perfect counter army to this. Does he have enough of it? Is the question.
Yeah, that is. It's a nice spread too. There's a lot of Marauders. Quite a nice number of Zealots.
Look at these ghosts.
Oh, these ghosts, so bold.
They know what's up.
Man, they do. Oh, here's EMP goes down, takes all the shields of these Zealots. These Zealots are now effectively useless. HuK. Oh wow, Liberators behind the 3rd base, limiting any mining for HuK.
And the battle is going off, and I don't know.
Oh wow, this is devastating. Excellent play by Kelazhur. Mine placement with the ghosts, putting down the EMPs, limiting the shields, which shields being gone plus Widow Mines equal dead army for our Protoss player. Stasis Ward trying to go down by HuK, trying to do whatever he can, but that won't do a whole lot. Still gets a couple units, but I think Kelazhur is streaming his army across the map, and he's in excellent position right now. HuK is on the back foot, and he's trying to make something happen. More Zealots being warped in, but these Widow Mine hits are excellent. Despite having part of his army stasis warded, Kelazhur is doing well, and HuK is actually in a pretty tough position right now.
Yeah, but it's closer than it probably could have been at this point.
I don't know. Right now, HuK is only using gateway units. He has no disruptors, no immortals on the field to deal with these Marauders.
Position, that's for sure.
Yeah, he has nothing to fight off this bio-heavy army, especially with his mine support plus ghosts. This is in pretty dire straits for HuK. HuK does have his 4th base up and running, which is his natural, but this Terran stream you can see on the minimap is just coming across relentlessly. Yeah.
Right before the upgrades are finished too, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
They're gonna finish after the game's already lost. HuK was in such a commanding position, it seemed, earlier on after that pack of Marines was stopped in the middle, but that one drop.
Yeah, he just kept
all it took.
losing units, throwing away units in that case. I think he could have sacrificed structures and maybe just moved his workers, but he didn't lose any workers in that attack. So GG's call. Kelazhur takes game number 1 of this best of 3, guys. This is the Gauntlet Super Test Tuesday, where we are testing recently suggested changes to the amount of information shown in game. Some say less information equals more excitement. We are here to test that out. If you guys have an opinion on the matter as you are watching it, just hit !test, and there will be a link that is in chat, and there will be a link popping up where you can go to the Team Liquid forum and voice your opinions, good or bad. It doesn't matter. You know, see what it is. I personally, I just love StarCraft though, so I don't care what's happening. I just like watching it. So it is exciting to watch, guys. $300 on the line. First place gets $200. Second place gets a cool 100 bones. Already we saw Neeb take a Bly 2-0 in our first series of the day, and this is HuK versus Kelazhur. Kelazhur taking the first game. We've seen these guys face off a few times in the last few weeks. I think I've seen HuK beat Kelazhur more than he's lost. But that being said, you never know. These guys are so closely matched. Both players, the meta is still developing. So much is changing in this brand new expansion, this new era of StarCraft 2, and you know, the game couldn't be more exciting. Element, it just could not be more exciting, guys. I'm Bobby Awesome. With me is Element. This event is sponsored by Gauntlet SC2. Head over to Twitter at Gauntlet SC2. Shout out to the C-Tone and the Gauntlet crew for making this whole event series possible, guys. And a whole lot more is coming in the future too, which we will be discussing after this series. So please do stay tuned for that, guys. You see the bracket right now. As pretty much discussed, need 2-0 Bly, this new Protoss phenom, relatively new Protoss phenom, having changed from Terran in late 2014, beginning in 2015. Right now, Kelazhur is up 1-0. We will be heading to the next map right away as the admins are setting it up as we speak. Guys, thanks for tuning in so far. Please tell your friends, tweet it out at Gauntlet SC2. Show some love. You know what? I love StarCraft. I don't know about you guys, but it's the best game on planet Earth. And, you know, we're seeing a movement in the community, you know, a renaissance of sorts, if I were to be so bold, that we're becoming a little bit more self-aware, you know. There, to a certain part of the community in the last few years, there was negativity, and we let that get to us. And sometimes we let that carry the narrative. But, you know, there's a little bit of a pushback now, you know, more of a redefinition of how we view us as fans and the community as a whole, content creators, tournament events, personalities, and so forth. And that's what I love about the Gauntlet series. It started in 2015, going strong, and 2016 is going to be the biggest year for Gauntlet, and so stoked to be part of it. And it's just part of events like this that create that environment of competitiveness in the foreign scene, and as well as with Korean players as well, and plenty of events that Gauntlet series has run, that we can grow the grassroots. And that's how you start, and grow fan bases and just support the scene and the players to keep them competitive and supported. And ultimately that benefits the scene as a whole. So this renaissance of sorts, we're seeing that, let's appreciate what we have in this wonderful game, this wonderful community we have. And there's more yet to come. Man, Element, is there more yet to come?
There's more.
There's so much more. Not just Gauntlet, but us at Nexus Recall, myself, Bobby Awesome, and Element here with me. We are making a lot of stuff. You can check us out at nexusrecall.com. We got gads of stuff there. And
all the goodies.
Oh, a lot of goodies. A lot of web series and stuff. And it's I can't even begin to mention how much more stuff we have on the pipeline, which you'll be hearing about within the next few weeks. Super, super excited to show you guys. Love it, because I love StarCraft. I love StarCraft culture, and we're bringing that back, guys. We're heading to Dusk Towers is the second map for HuK versus Kelazhur for the Gauntlet StarCraft Super Test Tuesday. Yeah, so less information. Does less information equal more entertainment? HuK versus Kelazhur, game 2. To the north, we have the Protoss, Canadian Protoss, rather. It is HuK.
And in the bottom, we have none other than Kelazhur.
Yes, the Brazilian fan favorite. There are a lot of fans we've had in previous events from South America, in particular Brazil, that root for Kelazhur.
They love
him.
They love some Kelazhur.
I love him. I mean, I'm not.
Kelazhur is awesome.
He's amazing. What a cool guy.
Can agree.
Yeah, and an entertaining player nonetheless. So mechanically solid. We really saw Kelazhur come into his own in Heart of the Swarm towards the last year in 2015. He really proved that he's one of the top foreign Terrans in the globe, and and we're seeing him start to adapt into Legacy of the Void, which is a much different game. It may look similar, but the game plays out much differently than Heart of the Swarm does.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see these players adapt their own play style, create a new play style even. In HuK's case, he's very gateway heavy. He has been for a long time, but his gameplay style, as Element briefly mentioned, he's taking a third base, he does take third bases, but it's just something that he seems to value the macro builds a little bit more in Legacy of the Void, from what we've seen so far. That could change on the spot. You never know.
I mean, HuK was playing the macro game and was in complete control of that.
He was.
That game until that drop happened. And I don't know. Maybe even just an extra pylon back there. He had cannons and everything, 2 cannons. He had pylons ready to go, warped in some units. But I guess the mines cleared up the units really quickly.
Yeah.
Then the units cleared up the cannon, so there was no detection for the mine. Second shot off went. I think if he handles that better, he wins that game, I feel. And he had to pull, that pulled him all the way back too, and Kelazhur was able to take his third very easily. So a lot happened in that one little battle.
Yeah, and despite having a healthy amount of energy on its mothership core, the Photon Overcharge takes 50 energy now, I believe. So twice as much as it did before, so there's a lot less Photon Overcharge for your energy. And that could have played a factor there too, for sure. But I gotta say, those mines really wrecked those Zealots warping in. HuK kept throwing away units over and over. I mean, he was trying to survive, right? He didn't want to start losing workers and losing economy. He didn't, but at the cost of losing a lot of army for very little on Kelazhur's side, all things considered.
Oh, yeah. I do agree.
All right, well, we got a mine coming up pretty early here
Is it
for
just me,
Kelazhur.
or is there no expansion yet for Kelazhur?
Nope.
So HuK's base is done by the time Kelazhur's hasn't even gone down. There is a lot of stuff coming out. Mine on the way. And of course, Medevac going to be dropping that in, it looks like, with the Hellion as well.
Interesting. Well, HuK is just seems to be scouting around his base, being vigilant with his adept, just to make sure there's no proxy
Oh my
shenanigans.
god.
Wow.
I think one of the things that allows this build that Kelazhur is doing to be successful is that change to the mothership core, actually. Not having enough photon overcharges to stop multiple places at once, or even to stop him from picking up and dropping again right after. He left that mine. Oh, he's going to pick up the... Kelazhur. Next level.
Next level.
Yeah, he left that mine behind. How dare he?
Yeah, well, this is...
Oh my god, the Adept I'm pretty sure he saw that.
I don't know.
If he didn't see that, he saw that for sure.
Yeah, okay, he definitely saw that. I don't think he saw.
I mean, he canceled. He wouldn't have canceled if he didn't see it.
Oh, perhaps. But I mean, just the follow-up Hellions alone are a reason to cancel it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Immediately, this guy's gonna get in position, but not in the right position. He needs to get back here. Oh dear lord.
Yeah, this could be absolutely devastating for HuK. The Mothership Core is a little bit out of position, as
Luckily,
you mentioned.
he has 3 bases, so he can swap the workers away after the mine plant's down.
Yeah, he
the
has
mine comes out last.
Yeah, he does not need to lose any workers here. He loses 3 probes here, where he could just... And he has them all stacked into the... This is so dangerous to do. Has them all stacked into one assimilator. A mine goes off near them. They're all
I know.
dead.
That is a dangerous part. Oh, God, that's
Oh, these
painful.
Hellions are putting in the work, too. Ow! Killed some more workers. 12 probes going down.
I mean, like I said, he will be able to go mine down there, but his production just isn't enough, and the observer is going to be a little late. Wow, he almost caught these.
Oh, it is so close, but these Hellions are putting in. This is an excellent one-base attack from our Brazilian Terran player, catching a greedy HuK completely off guard. Again, this photon overcharge, nerf is really showing itself here. That is for certain. A lot less photon overcharges can be done. Mothership
Oh, he
goes
finds
down.
a safe place.
Oh, jeez.
These 2 stalkers, though, if the control of HuK, should be able to do it. These Marines will go for as many worker kills as they can get, which will be at least 1.
Let's all consider this too. HuK has 3 bases, right?
Ooh, and blink.
And worker count is even. So HuK could afford to lose probes without falling behind economically. So
well, here's the question.
he didn't die. Oh no, Liberator. Oh, thank gosh. I
thought
it was
up
over
already. With blink, he can the mobility is there that he can get to the side. Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, just
maybe not
another time. He
maybe
does not have
not.
enough stalkers to
no, probably not
effectively take out that Liberator quite yet. But yes, as you did say, blink is done, so it creates a little bit more utility for these stalkers, a little bit more useful. What do we got on Kelazhur's side of the map here?
We have another drop.
Does he have a command center yet?
He does definitely have a command center.
Okay,
production is now in line with what he has, so he can make enough units. Marauders probably coming out of here. Tanks as well. So that'll hold back any blink play.
All right, so HuK is actually blinking towards, just chasing down this Liberator the best he can. He will get some shots off. In fact, he may get it.
He has another blink. He should have another blink very shortly. There it is.
Oh, it's so close. Oh my gosh, he gets it. Oh man.
Oh boy. Okay, there's another drop coming down here, as we saw earlier. Widow Mine in tow. He does have an observer now, so unless it gets picked off, it shouldn't be too big of an
But
issue.
look at the worker count. HuK just absolutely skyrockets. Just chrono boosting out these workers.
Oh
man.
He almost made the move. Did it blink back? I'm not sure. I was zoomed way in. You were zoomed way in.
I'm not observing. What are you saying? But anyway, we got the drop moving in towards the natural base of HuK. HuK will clean this up though, and quite handily.
Don't do it, Kelazhur. Okay, good.
We'll lose that medevac, and cleans up that army. 5 probes do go down in that engagement, but again, HuK is at 48 workers to the 36. There are mules in play. That is something to consider for the Terran player. But nonetheless, I don't mind HuK's position.
Not only mules though, but he had to mule his natural base a lot early on, right?
Yeah.
Just to clear up soon. He'll have to either move one of these over, or well, no, that's what he'll have to do to keep his income in line. Because HuK has 3 bases and no mules, depleting the mineral line. Look at this. This is still fresh over here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Push
HuK can
out's
sit on
pretty
those 3
powerful,
bases for a lot longer than Kelazhur can sit on the bases that he has.
HuK's going to be able to chip away at this push if he sees it. Oh,
Oh, he's going to see it? Yeah, there it is.
No, even get a tank if he wants to. No. Chip away at it as it moves towards him.
There's one medevac supporting this bio tank push out by Kelazhur, as Kelazhur's taking his, I believe he's taking a 3rd base, if I recall correctly. But this is going to be pretty close for HuK, as he only has really blink stalkers on the field, and with that many tanks, and there's a healthy number of marauders too, HuK is in a pretty precarious position right now, and his attack has commenced for Kelazhur.
Well, with Immortal's on the way, like you said, and he's got 2 sentries. He's going to try and trap some units in as he overcharges, I believe. I don't know. It's going to be close.
Yeah, the HuK's economy is really kicking in as well.
Yeah.
Getting these Immortals out is absolutely key. That is 3 tanks, though, with
There
a
it is.
medevac
Here's
for micro.
going to be the... Oh, no, he's trying to catch those units. 2 force fields and overcharge at the same time is what he's looking for.
Yeah, could absolutely devastating to this Terran army, but decides to blink aside and focus down some of these units. In fact, stops focusing down that tank. Ouch, that is absolutely devastating, and Kelazhur is going to mow down that army.
Oh my goodness.
Ow,
Oh, if you can get that right now, it would be nice.
The thing is, he blinked and he focused down that tank initially, but then changed it towards the medevac, and that cost him that engagement. Those tanks kept doing damage.
This pole might be able to... No.
No, wow. Another perfectly executed attack by Root Gaming Kelazhur. This is pretty devastating
yeah.
for HuK. Loses a lot of workers. Worker count is now at 44 to 37 in favor of Kelazhur, plus the power of mules. We all know the story about that. And HuK is in a pretty dire position. But the health is very low on this attacking force for Kelazhur. And he doesn't have a whole lot screaming across the map. Actually, he does, but that's still quite far away. But can HuK recover?
Well, he needs a pylon right away.
He needs
and that's
time.
A lot of units
And he
still
does
coming
not
across
have
the map.
time.
No, he doesn't have time. He's going to get another Immortal out. So there's one more. Almost a Void Ray might be a better option right now, right? It's a low amount of Marines.
There's not a lot of Marines either, so yeah.
Observer sees the trail of the army. Oddly enough, there's lots of sentries, so he'll have Guardian Shield someday.
But will he get the
He
force
wants
field?
to grab his
No,
units
he
right
gets the
there.
force
There it
field
is.
here.
There's the grab.
Exactly when he gets-
Oh, he doesn't have another overcharge. Right, they changed that. Wow. This actually went a lot better than the first time.
Yeah.
And even pulling these workers. But again, now at this point, HuK's behind in workers.
Yeah, that's
so
the
any
difference
advantage he
here.
had from before is now gone.
Well, he's behind in workers, but
At
he
the same
does have
point,
3 bases.
These minerals are dying down.
We have a third command center. There's
there
a
it
third
is right
command
there.
center just finished there. It
Boom.
looks like.
And Doom drop. Oh, he picks one off, but it's not the one with any units in it. But still nice nonetheless.
Yeah, that Immortal tanking a little bit of the damage here for HuK's army. Actually, we'll get a pretty decent engagement here, especially if he decides to pop a Guardian Shield. In fact, he doesn't have enough energy for Guardian Shield, but a decent engagement for HuK as he manages to shoo away Kelazhur's army, and he chases the medevac down with his Phoenix. But these Marines
units are now stuck over here.
Yeah.
Another, 2 Liberators. Another army streaming across the map for Kelazhur.
Well, those Liberators were just a little bit too late. Could have been absolutely devastating to HuK there in that attack, but...
Oh! Wow. They got splashed on.
Yeah, they got splashed on indeed. You don't want that.
Nope.
With the splash damage that the Liberators do put forth on air units. Now the third base is being secured now for Kelazhur as he is starting to keep building SCVs. His work count is pretty healthy, quite a bit above HuK at the moment. And there's not a place you want to be as a Protoss player, especially considering the mule element in the economy. Like he's just trying to get rid of some of these units.
Kelazhur is desperately trying to save his army, and HuK
Yeah.
at the same time is chipping it away. These Phoenix are faster, so they always can catch up as long as they're not outnumbered and, can do a little bit of damage. See, these Stalkers going to pick off the last one?
No! It's so close.
Still, nice effort.
Yeah. I think he could still get it if he backs... Nope. Kelazhur
Nope.
decides to...
Kelazhur is too smart for that.
No, he's like, I'm not losing this day. All right.
Army-wise,
Well, we got a Templar Archives on the way. Now, this is something HuK loves to do versus Terran is, well, we've seen before, Charge Lot Archon with Storm. It's his go-to build for a while now in Legacy of the Void versus Terran. And we'll see if he can get to that, if Kelazhur will even allow him to get to that point. As we see this heavy bio-mine force now moving across towards the third base
well, it
of
just
HuK.
feels like, to me, this army is not suited to handle this.
That is a lot of Marauders, though, and that is a lot of Stalkers. And the Marauders do melt away Stalkers, but that is 2 Immortals, though, too.
I guess
something
the
to
thing is,
consider.
though, Marauders in a newer form with the 2 shots aren't as good even as they once were.
Yeah, nice force fields here going down by HuK, but a lot of his army on the right-hand side, or on the left-hand side, rather, is evaporating. But he's managing to push back Kelazhur, and yeah, Kelazhur actually did not succeed in that attack. It was pretty close, though. Hard to tell which way that would go, but those Immortals
Well,
putting
the question
in
is,
the
like,
work.
where did HuK's air army go? It's just gone now, right?
Yeah, he
Those
did.
things are hard to build up, and
he
that's what he was
did
kind of
lose a lot of
using to
Phoenix.
keep himself alive, too. Stop the drops and whatnot.
Well, HuK is floating a lot
Here's
of
the
money.
Doom drop, though.
Oh, no, not a Doom
Right?
drop.
How
Not
do you stop
again.
this now that you don't have any air protection?
Yes, as all the
I
Phoenixes
feel like
were
it's going to
taken
come
out.
flying in right back through here, scan at the front. And, like, how do you stop something in your base? Wait right back here. You have to come all the way around. By that time, the damage is already done.
Yeah.
HuK thinks he's got some medevacs. He doesn't actually have them. There's nothing in them. Those are
Dummy
a
medevacs.
ruse. He's got this guy over here checking, but there's nothing coming over there.
No.
Nope. Nothing.
HuK does have his Archons now. What else do we have? We have the Templar Archives, as I mentioned before, to create his Archons. But yeah, the Doom drop has commenced. The scan going down. Kelazhur knows exactly where the bulk of HuK's army is, and he is in the clear. How will HuK respond to this? He just has to, I think, pull his workers. He cannot
He's
afford
going
to
to lose so much. He's going to lose the base.
Yeah,
for sure.
he's pulling the workers. Will lose this base. Has to make sure not to lose his mothership core because he'll need to defend his natural for
There's
the
an
follow-up
attack
push.
coming in at the front at the same time. This isn't even his final form over here. He's just going to pick up and come to the natural right now. I guarantee it. Well, actually, as soon as pressure's put onto him.
Yeah, HuK is actually sacrificing that Immortal in that natural base instead to send the bulk of his army to deal with the forward push onto the third base. HuK does blink forward onto a bunch of bio. Not entirely sure that is the way to go, but he makes it work as he does chase away the bulk of Kelazhur's army. But he does lose his natural base.
Kelazhur knowing that the hallucinated unit is not real.
Oh, the jig is up.
Yeah. HuK does have another base coming down. Is actually already up? I think it's just coming down right now. It's just being placed.
Yeah, about a quarter of the way done. HuK does eventually clean this up and defend, but at the loss of a base. That is a pretty big part in the game. Work count is about even for both players, but
these Marines are actually going to kill both of these stalkers.
No, this is really unfortunate.
Okay, now this one survives up like 2 or 3.
Oh, this is mine. Oh, it's so close.
No.
These workers are putting themselves to work here a little. Oh, he loses a.
Yeah.
Well, the mine does some damage. HuK is in a little bit of tatters right now. Work count is fairly even, but again, Protoss wants to be ahead. HuK's still stuck on these gateway units. Going to morph in some Archons from these Templars that just warped in. By the looks of it, he's really oversaturated at his third base as he's starting to run out of minerals there. The fourth base is secured for Kelazhur as our Brazilian Terran seems to be running away with this section of the game. But you can never count out HuK as his fourth base is likely about to finish as we speak. He will probably Maynard some workers over there too. But Kelazhur's aggression is not over as he is very privy to the fact that HuK is likely getting a fourth base and sending his Marine Marauder army over to deal with it. And HuK is not even anywhere close to this. No. This base is forfeit.
This might almost be, it's not... Well, yeah, a fight's going to happen, and when it does, things aren't going to go well.
Yeah, one way or another, the game will end momentarily by the looks of it. HuK does have a modest force here of... does not a lot of zealots, all things considered, to support these... just evaporates, and the Liberators go down, managing to pick their shots, and GG is called. Kelazhur takes game number 2 and the series.
We saw Kelazhur play against HuK. It was a couple gauntlets ago, wasn't it? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and his control of the bio is just so good.
Yeah.
He'll pick you apart. If he gets the opportunity, he will absolutely pick you apart. And that's kind of what we saw happen there. He started doing the drops in the back and the front, and even coming right in and just saying, "Hey, I'm here. What are you gonna do about it?"
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, boy? And HuK did not have an answer. As we saw, HuK decide to stick with that immortal style with Phoenix support, which I like the style. It's a fancy style. It's pretty good, but against that much bio, that is a lot of bio. And ultimately, Kelazhur was able to take the series 2-0. Guys, this is the Gauntlet Super Test Tuesday, where we are testing recently suggested changes to the amount of information shown in game. And this event is brought to you by us, NexusRecall.com. Check us out at NexusRecall.com. The event is sponsored by Seatone and the Gauntlet crew. Please follow them on Twitter at GauntletSC2. Show them some love for this whole event series. Yeah, guys, $300 on the line. First place gets $200, and second place gets $100. Yeah, pretty stoked indeed. I'm Bobby Awesome, with me is Element. We have a lot of StarCraft yet ahead of us, guys. As we had in the first series of the day, we had Neeb take out Bly 2-0, and then the second one we had HuK lose to Kelazhur. So we'll have Kelazhur versus Bly. Which one do we have coming up first there, Element?
Which one do we have?
Series, yeah. Loser's bracket.
Yeah, loser bracket will come first. So the first player to be eliminated will be able to say, "Hey, I had fun here."
Yeah. Good times are had.
Yep.
All right, cool. So it will be HuK versus Bly coming up next, guys. But first things first, we actually have a couple announcements for Monday Night Gauntlet, guys, which we had the inaugural Monday Night Gauntlet happened in the beginning of January, where we saw HuK participated, as did Bly, and Nurchio, among other top foreigner players. Eventually, Nurchio took that whole event, defeating HuK, I think 4-0 actually. But HuK had a strong performance in the semifinals versus Bly and took that series 3-2 in what was an absolute barn burner of a series. Do check out those VODs. An unbelievable series, for sure. Guys, but anyway, that was the first event, one of many. And to announce, we have every 2 weeks, there will be a Monday Night Gauntlet. It'll be every second Monday for 6 events. Will culminate into a season final with those 6 winners from those 6 events, as well as champions from a variety of other community tournaments, which we'll have more stats on that later. So the first event will be February 15th, I believe, so please do mark that on your calendars. So the first, I guess, well, technically the second, but first of the new season, I guess you could say, of Monday Night Gauntlet will begin February 15th. Yep. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It is a brand new series by the Gauntlet, really taking 2016 by storm. I'm really stoked. I know Element's stoked, and I mean, he's pretty much shaking in excitement. So yes, and so yeah, keep in mind that there's gonna be again a long-running series, six events just for the first season too. So that's pretty epic, and for the first bit of 2016, and then more to happen in the future. So something to look forward to, something regular to expect from the Gauntlet series, as this Gauntlet series is still growing. I mean, there's lots of potential and lots of awesomeness to happen yet in the future. I believe we actually have a video to show briefly. Not quite yet, as the admin seems to be still setting things up. And actually a couple videos yet to show you guys. But guys, thanks for tuning in. And guys, we have still more StarCraft coming up ahead. For those who want to leave any questions, comments, concerns about this style of event, as we said, this is a test event, testing out different avenues of how we showcase information while in game. We started with no production tab and no supply, and then this game we had no supply, no production tab, but we showed buildings, I believe, and what buildings were in play. And just, yeah, leave your comments, concerns. I believe there is a Team Liquid page, ! Test in chat, and then the link will